So I'm going to try to talk over the sound. I'm going to leave the sound on this portion of the video. So I'm getting ready to get on the freeway. So this is about being a heavy rider on PCX on the freeway. But this red car, I just wanted to have this clip in here before I got on the freeway. It got real close to me. I didn't know it. And if you'll hear in the video here, that's why I left the audio. You can hear that white car honking. I like to think they were trying to help me out there as they saw how close they got. So anyway, the rest of this video, I'm going to have the audio muted for the sound because it's mostly wind noise. Okay, so this video is about being a heavy rider on a PCX and can you use it on the freeway. So if you ever watch YouTube with Quasi Motard, he does take his PCX on the freeway quite a bit, but he is shorter than me. I'm 6'2", I weigh about 240 without gear, basically naked. And I don't have a large windscreen like he has. He's also made some modifications to his rollers and some other things to his scooter to make it a little bit quicker. So what I want to project here is, should a heavy rider buy this, for the freeway? And it is legal in California. It's 157 cc's. California's, you need to have 150 or greater. But I would say no. It's kind of risky here. So that was getting on and off one exit. I did get up to 66 miles an hour. So that's probably the fastest I've ever been on this thing. So I'm going to get off the freeway, and you can see, and I came down the ramp. There was a hill, so it's a long straight ramp that I came down, so I was able to merge. This is a Saturday afternoon. There's no big trucks in the slow lane. But here's why I don't recommend it. I'm going to turn around and go back the other way. So when I go back the other way, I'm going to be in a little bit of a headwind, and you'll see at least one merging issue come up here shortly. I'll point it out. So at the last half of this video, though, you can see the front portion of my view there. You can see the speedometer if you want to take a look at that. But I'm doing about, probably, I get up to about just over 60. I'm hitting a little bit of a headwind. And then it's a little bit up and down. I'm gonna go 2 exits back. So we're gonna hit some. So here's my merge. We're gonna go up and down a little bit so the speed goes up and down. I'm totally maxed. There's no room for any extra here. Now you see that car, he had to slow down, that car behind me. In this case it worked. So if you had to, in emergency, yeah, you can use it on the freeway. But man, if you're going to use it regularly, it's just not the best for sure. And you'll see up at this next on-ramp a car trying to get in, and I can't speed up. I'm at max. So you'll see what happens with that. So basically, I'm not recommending this for the freeway, especially if you're a heavy rider. If you're 160 pounds, maybe. Like I said, I'm 240 plus what I'm wearing, helmet, boots, and all that stuff. I'm probably close to 260. You need a 300cc scooter or something bigger, or motorcycle. I did buy a KTM 390 recently. Here's the car where he wants to merge. He has to slow down. Luckily, I was ahead of him, because if I would have had to slow down, I would not have been able to recuperate that speed loss very quickly. If that was a flatbed truck, an empty flatbed, he would have been faster than me. If I tried to slow down, I wouldn't even realize it. I think it would be potentially dangerous there. Um, so being extra long, and I wouldn't realize it. I'd probably see the truck out of the corner of my eye and start braking and not realize he's got the flatbed portion basically coming at me. Then I'd have to brake pretty hard. Um, it's not easy to see in the mirrors either on the PCX if you're a bigger person. So on the last half of the video, you'll see I'll have that monitor and you can see what I see. On the KTM 390, the mirrors are great. I can see to the left or right of me. I don't really need a monitor for the rear view. So anyway, I'm taking an extra exit back the other direction, just to give you the full thing here. And this video is not meant to be very entertaining. I just really want to stress, if you're heavy, this may not be the scooter for you. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's safe. I think this scooter is very safe, under 40 miles an hour. I think it's safer. You know, the KTM 390 Adventure is safe. This scooter's safe. I just think it's safer under 40 in the city on flat ground, stop and go traffic with the CVT automatic. I think it's better than a clutch. You don't have to think. I think not thinking about that clutch is a safer situation. But over 40 miles an hour on the freeway, the KTM 390, you're not using the clutch very much. You're basically in sixth gear at that point. Sixth or fifth if you're on a hill. Even with the quick shifter, quick shifter doesn't make it an automatic motorcycle. I can talk about that in another video. So anyway, so the next portion is going to be the front view. This is the front view. You'll be able to see the speedometer here, but after I make this turn, the sun's going to be on it. And at some point you can see I'm at 66 miles an hour. You'll just have to take my word for it. This was a downhill on-ramp. It's pretty straight. If you have one of those turning type on-ramps where it's 270 degrees and you get on the freeway, that'll slow you down. So this is down a slight slope, straight, perfect conditions, no trucks, not a lot of traffic, at least fast traffic. I used to live in the west part of LA. If I had to drive in rush hour from the ocean to downtown Los Angeles and back during rush hour, this would be the perfect vehicle for that. You could lane split. The most that traffic would be is 30 miles an hour. When you get to your destination, you may even get free parking. Like at LAX, I saw a bunch of scooters parked in between the corners and stuff, and that's probably most likely the employees there getting free parking. You know, they got permission, I guess, from somebody to do that, as long as they don't take a regular parking spot. So that's another benefit, is parking for this little scooter. So freeway during rush hour and commuting in that kind of environment would probably be the best. This would be the best scooter for that, or the best motorcycle for that. So here I am in the front view again, getting back on the freeway. Now going back this way, you can see the speedometer more. I don't know what the calibration is on my speedometer. We'll just have to trust that it's accurate. You can see my rear view monitor there. Those mirrors, all I see are my shoulders. So when you're on the freeway and you're trying to turn your head, and I don't have a windshield that wind really gets you. So you trying to, so easily looking back over your shoulders is kind of hard. So that monitor definitely helps. Maybe I'll do a video on that monitor, but again, on the KTM 390, I don't need that. So that might be a better option for first time riders, or in my case, I think I'm keeping both. I think this scooter is brilliant under 40 in the city for my weight. I think if you're 160, it's probably brilliant under 50. What I really mean is safer. When you get above, in my case, 40, you don't have a lot of power to pass people. So at that point, the KTM 390 becomes safer in my mind for a beginner if you're on the heavy side. So, but if I only had one bike, I would pick this one if it was in the city. So anyway, that's pretty much the video. Like I said, I don't really recommend this for the freeway for a heavier person. You can see my speed goes up and down quite a bit. We're at 59, we were at 64. And I believe that's just the slight elevation changes. I mean, I'm full throttle. There's no guts left in this thing. So I'm at the complete mercy of the wind. I'm at the complete mercy of slight elevation changes. If I had to put the brakes for whatever, somebody's merging or whatever, I'm at their mercy. I could not accelerate back up to speed very quickly. So anyway, this video is just for somebody who's thinking about this. It's freeway legal. If you're heavy, I don't really recommend it. Get a 300cc scooter. I do really like the automatic for beginner riders. I've had the KTM for like 3 months now, and I've gotten a lot used to the clutch now, but I'm spoiled. I like automatic, and I was looking at the NC750X with the DCT. I've never ridden it, but kind of in hindsight, maybe that would have been a better choice than the KTM 390. KTM 390 is a beautiful bike, though, and I'm glad I bought it. Learning the clutch definitely gives you more options. But I think Honda with their automatics are going to probably be the trend. That's what happened to cars. So, if you like to rev the engine and stuff like that, I don't go on group rides. My thing is to stay about 5 miles above the speed limit. I'm older, 57. I'm not a young guy looking for that kind of thrill. Just being out in the open on a street is enough thrill for me. And then obviously getting on the freeway once in a while like this is about as thrill-seeking as I want to be. So I'm about to get off the exit here, and I hope this helps make your decision on what you're going to get as a new rider. I do think the automatic, whether it's a 300cc scooter or maybe something else, like I said, I haven't ridden the DCT. It's a little bit different. But definitely, I love the CVT. It's really mellow. It's not abrupt. I think overall it's a really good package for a beginner. And it's actually fun in the city. So, thank you for watching.